Perfect. Perfect. All right, today we are going for, well, it says it's connecting. Hold on, let me check it. It says, I can't tell if my AirPods are connected to my iPad or my phone. Well, I hope the stream quality is good. Today we're going for quality over quantity. Last time it was all laggy because I was trying to stream to like three different platforms from my phone via Wi-Fi. Even though it just goes to show just because you can doesn't mean you should. I mean, it is a nice concept to be able to get yourself out there on like a gajillion different platforms. But if in doing so, you kind of get diminishing returns, then what's the point? What's the point of me streaming to three different platforms if it doesn't work half the time, and when it does work, it's shitty quality and I my audio's messed up the whole time. All right, maybe we can get one more subscriber while we're on stream. I'm not gonna stream too long tonight because tomorrow Dylan's double, which means I gotta be at the restaurant early. Sunday, the only day where I work doubles. Get a hold of that church crowd. I don't know, the church crowd gets a bad rap from servers, but honestly, they're pretty easy. Like literally, they always order their food when I take their drink order, and they always know what they want. They don't really they don't really substitute that much because, well, they get the same thing every time, you know? It's a bunch of 40, 50, 60-year-olds that have been coming and getting the same enchilada plate every Sunday for the past 10, 20 years. They know what they like. And so does Dylan. He likes that they come in and do that. Now, it is like if you're like freshly 18 and you're serving the church crowd, it does take some getting used to. Sometimes they say some diabolical stuff, and you just don't know how to respond. Like they always make references to me to movies and shows that I think they know that I haven't seen because they always tell me right after, "Oh, that's way past your time. You probably haven't seen that." And then I gotta pretend like I'm interested and like I'm gonna go watch it, even though I don't really watch TV. Man, my neighbor probably thinks I'm weird. He's like, dude, that kid is in his garage a lot. He's always talking to himself. And maybe one day he'll find my stream and then like it'll finally come full circle. He'll be like, oh my God. Oh, that's what he was doing that day. That's why he was in his driveway at 8 in the morning. That's why. You know? I'm gonna bring up my chat. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put the stream in vertical mode. Mm, it'll be okay. Huh? Sounds like he's fixing somebody else's car. Kind of reminds me of like I feel like I got a Los Santos Customs across the street. You know, like I feel like if I put my truck in his driveway, he'd be like, "What's it in for now?" And then proceed to just like give my truck a paint job, fix it up, put a couple turbos on it. I don't know. He's pretty creative over there. I need to go talk to that guy. I wonder if y'all can hear him. They sound unsure. I don't know. Their car is making a funny noise. Whew. People always ask me, Dylan, does skating make your feet hurt? Yeah, yeah. And it's like, well, why do you do it? Well, kind of for the same reason that, like, it's a good example. Same reason I go to the gym, you know, the weights are heavy and technically there is pain involved, but the pain is temporary. Quitting is forever. Then you could be like, Dylan, aren't your skates not supposed to hurt your feet? Probably, but I think my ice skates are a little too narrow and they be squeezing the fuck out of my foot. Like my foot's in there, but it'd be hurting too. I probably need to get a wider skate because like the issue is like with CCM skates, they run narrow. So when I bought my first pair of CCM skates, I was like, oh, a regular fit. Not knowing that a regular fit in CCM is like the same as a wide fit on a pair of Bauer skates. I really want to check my stream code. Let's turn off Bluetooth real quick. Okay, perfect, perfect. It actually looks pretty good today. Maybe I should get one of those ring lights. Actually, I think I have one. I have to figure out how to set it up in here though. Because Loki, I like this setup. It's very simple. Like I just grab my tripod, put my phone on it, and hit go live. And I like that. Like I heard if you want to like multi-stream while like walking around, kind of like iShow Speed does, apparently you need like a $20,000 backpack. Is that true? You know? Like apparently it's got like Wi-Fi, like you like it's a I guess it's like a 5G backpack, dude. I don't know. You know what? Let's look it up. I have my iPad right here. Let's just look up streaming backpack, see what pops up. Backpack. Dude, okay, these are a real thing. Whoa. Whoa, okay. The all-in-one IRL backpack built for high-performing streamers with built-in next-gen modems and advanced cellular bonding. TVU1 delivers the strongest, most reliable connection anywhere. No drops, no lag, no worries. You focus on your content, TVU1 takes care of the rest. Dang, that does look I mean, you basically carrying like a little computer around. Like what houses oh, dude. So you can't even just like buy this. You have to request it. You don't know what I'm talking about. One of these, I guess. I went to like I hit get started just to like check the price, see how much it cost. And it was like, so what's your channel? How many subs do you have? Like if you hit get started, you literally got to put in like a request in order to get this backpack, which is crazy because Dylan cannot wait to put in his request. Like whether you're says here, whether you're streaming from a packed event like TwitchCon or a remote location, the TVU1 IRL backpack ensures you can go live easily. You can go live and stay live with a clear, uninterrupted, low latency stream. What is cellular bonding? What is that? Yeah, it's literally a 5G backpack, which is wild. Could you imagine walking around and like people are looking for internet and they see you, like on in their Wi-Fi settings. Like you could put the name of your channel in your Wi-Fi settings and just walk around. Walk into a Starbucks, see what happens. I guess you would have to make your network public, and I guess that I don't know. I could see how that could go wrong, I suppose. Like maybe even if you were like posting just the password on your backpack. So in the bottom left, it says connecting. I'm not too sure if it's still connecting or what, but we'll prevail. At least it's streaming. Oh, dude, I just now hit 50 subscribers. This is crazy. I think I just manifested that at the beginning of the stream. I was like, maybe even get one more subscriber before we log off for the night, and it happened. I need to start doing these streams in vertical mode though, because well, I'll probably get more viewers. Because apparently when you stream in vertical mode, somebody told me that one of my viewers told me this. Apparently, it puts you in like the shorts category. So if people are watching shorts, then it's more likely that my stream will pop up. Versus I'm in vertical mode, then my stream, I either need to share the stream. Actually, that's a good idea. I need to do that. Or what's it called? Or I just have to pop up on the recommended, you know? I wonder how like social media algorithms work. Y'all ever wonder? Like when I post my video and it gets like put on people's maybe recommended page, or maybe actually I looked at my analytics, 30% of my new viewers come from like play next. Like they're watching a video and then mine comes up next in that little box. And I just want to know like the software behind that, you know? Like, I feel like sometimes when my videos take a long time to upload, I feel like YouTube is watching my video before they put it on the platform. That way they can figure out like, all right, who would want to listen to this guy type vibes, you know? Because like I feel like it kind of has like a direction to it. And one thing is that like you can have an amazing video, but if you are brand new, it doesn't matter. I realize that. Like if you're starting a YouTube channel, just start, you know. If you keep thinking about like, oh, like if you're trying to make your first video and you feel like it keeps turning out bad, just post it. It's supposed to be bad. You know what? Let's go see how many views my first video has. I'm a little curious. Because because my first video was I feel like it was terrible, in my opinion. but I think it's supposed to be, you know? We were recording at the rink today, and one of my friends was getting upset because, like, our so what we were trying to do is all skate in a line, and we were trying to pass the selfie stick backwards to the next person. And one of my friends was getting upset because it just wasn't going exactly like it wasn't going exactly as he predicted. And it's like, well, it's not always about getting the best shot of all time. Sometimes it's just about being the best in that moment, you know? For example, like when I wake up and don't like I feel like I'm not in my prime to lift, I'm still gonna go to the gym, of course, but I'm not gonna beat myself up if I don't do the craziest lift ever, you know? Because it's not like I might not always have the capacity to go the hardest that I've ever gone. I just have to always go the hardest that I can in that current moment, in my current state, with whatever is going on. That's what matters. Oh, it's cold out here. I think I should start streaming inside until summer at least. If you're watching this recording, remember Dylan is voting for Mr. Health and Fitness, or Dylan is in the running to win the competition for Mr. Health and Fitness. And you can vote every day. So please go to my Facebook. It is a pinned post on the top of my profile. You can vote there every day, one free vote every 24 hours until February 5th. So if you want to see me on a magazine, go vote. And if you really like me, you can give me little extra votes. Some people do that. I think it like it lets me look sometimes. Like I checked earlier, and like a couple people gave me like 5 extra votes, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude. People want to see me on a magazine because I want to see me on a magazine, especially because I used to look like. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up, just in case you're watching this as like a recording. These are a lot easier to do when I think about them as just really long videos instead of a live stream. Like, I know it's live, but I really just think about it as Dylan making a 40-minute to an hour and a half long video, and it's so much easier and it feels way less weird. Come on, where's it at? Here's one, I guess. Let's see. Okay, it's a video, but it's got the picture I need in it. Yes, yes, I am back. What's up? I was just talking about the competition again. Been going around freaking flashing my QR code. However, I feel like I gotta be a little smart about it because, like I want votes and I want to put myself out there, but nobody likes an annoying politician, if that makes sense. Like I feel like if I try too hard, well, like I was saying earlier, it might get to the point of like diminishing returns. Yes, sometimes I do miss the mark. I don't always go live right at 9. Some ending the mark. No, so February 5th. February 5th is like the first cut. So you can vote every day, every 24 hours until February 5th, and then I think they're gonna cut the bottom 5, and then it goes to the top 15, and then it goes to the top 10, and then top 5 again. Or not again, but you know what I mean. And then the final. Yeah, so the 5th is when they're gonna do their first like the first cut. So we will see when the next when they open up voting again. Maybe I can go check. Let me go on my Facebook profile and look it up. Ooh, it's actually like cold in here today. I should have the yellow jacket on. All right, we gotta step up our game. I'm only in third out of 20. But still, we want to be first always. Now it just says first cut is February 5th, 7 p.m. Yeah, I wish also, do the votes reset after the 5th? I believe so. I feel like they should. I don't know. This is the first like compa any this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So there's a learning experience to it. I'm just going based off of what I know, and what I know is I need votes to win. What I do not know is, well, if it resets or how many votes I have or how many votes other people have, but I think the key thing here is just focus on getting the votes instead of worrying about where they came from or how it works, you know? Because like think about like the do you know if you're gonna make the first cut at least, or are you doing well so far? Yeah, so if I it says in my group I'm currently third. So if they cut the bottom five out of 20, I'm still good. I am not stressing. You know, people I keep telling people to vote and they're like, vote for what? And I'm like, for me to be on the cover of a magazine. They're like, what? And I'm like, there's also a $20,000 prize. And then they pull out their phone so fast to vote. It's freaking funny. Like I'm excited to be on the cover of a magazine. They're like, dude, you're gonna win 20 grand. Yeah, bro, I got you. It's so weird. I figured it'd be the other way around. Like I figured other people would be excited for me to be on a health and fitness magazine. But no, people are actually more excited that I'm gonna win 20 grand. Um, a little wild. Like I think more about getting flown out for that photo shoot than I do about the money. That's good. So you'll make the first round. They must be voting. They must be, yeah. If you're yeah. So like I've been bouncing between third and second. Whoever's in first, shit. They killing it. I have not caught up to them yet, but I will. I will. They should watch their back. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah, get some more flyers. But next time I go to the skate rink, I need to take some more tape, like a full roll, not just a little bit. I noticed a lot of those people who did this contest before were posting on Reddit. Ooh, that's a good idea. I think I have a Reddit account. Because like Reddit, you don't really have to have like a follower base for your posts to get interaction. That's one cool thing about Reddit. Like if you post something anywhere, it gets attention. People who go on there and sort by new are always looking for like stuff to comment on. Like for some people, Redditing is a hobby, which I get it. Honestly, there's some interesting stuff on there. But then like the line is drawn. I'm totally streaming on Twitch too in the fitness category. Yeah, I know. I got to do that. It did not. Every time the thought popped into my brain, I was in a position where I couldn't stream. Every time I remembered to do it, I was like at work or like at my parents without my iPad or it's the same message. Yes, yes, I know. I need to stream on Twitch because like if you go to health and fitness on Twitch, there's not a lot of people that stream it, which is kind of a good thing because you don't have to scroll past a bunch of streamers. If you want to watch health and fitness on Twitch, you click and then boom, there I am somewhere on the screen. Like you don't have to do any scrolling. So I definitely I've already looked into it. I just got to do it. But honestly, since I'm like already in third and I'm gonna make the first cut, it's almost I almost don't want to use all my resources too soon. Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Like I don't have to sweat it. No, like there's like a lot of people that like watch it. There's just not a lot of streamers, you know what I mean? Like if you go watch IRL or like a popular game, man, you got I mean you have the most popular streamers at the top. But if you have a very few amount of viewers, you're gonna have to scroll and scroll all the way to the bottom, you know? Exactly. See, you get the idea. It's almost like, okay, it's kind of like my glass is already pretty full. I don't need to come by with the pitcher yet. You know, let's wait till the next round and then we can add some more water. If the glass starts getting empty, then we can get a good spout going. But like I don't want to waste all my resources in the beginning. Kind of like, man, what's a good example? Like not wanting to spoil dinner. Because in voting, they have options where people can pay money to put votes in for people. Oh yeah, 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 I know what you're talking about. Sorry, that I'm pretty sure you're talking about how you can like pay for extra votes. I think that's why I can't see how many votes other people have, because if I could see how many votes the dude in first and second have, I would just keep buying the amount of votes I need to beat him, you know? It wouldn't be a vote anymore, it'd just be an auction. It's like, all right, richest person wins the prize for 20 grand, which is a little ironic. I'm also it's also a little interesting that the voting is out of 20. Like, I wonder how many people entered in this contest because I feel like it's long. The least you can get is exposure. I agree. I agree. Like, I literally have nothing to lose by doing this. That's why I think everybody should like try something like this and have a sense of optimism about it because, like I said, like what do you have to lose? What do I have to lose by telling myself I'm gonna win? By telling myself I'm gonna do it. No, I didn't have to pay to enter. I entered like beginning of December and then on like January 2nd, they finally like hit me back. They got a text from me or I got a text from them and it was a link to my profile. And like I had a profile, I like answered the questions. Basically it's the like my profile dashboard, you know what I mean? But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I wish it's a process though. Like when they sent me the text, I thought like I had won. No, this company's not as because the competition's literally sponsored by Alex Eubank. Like here, let's pull it up. Yeah, you don't have to like pay to enter. That would be wild. No, this is a real like magazine company, you know. Yeah, I think they have a the Miss Health and Fitness. Yeah, sponsored. Well, they're sponsored by Bucked Up. but they feature Alex Eubank. But I think Alex Eubank is with Bucked Up, so, like, it's kinda the same thing. The 2024 champion was a Coast Guard veteran, federal police officer, trainer, model, and devoted father of 2. Dude, this guy sounds like me. Just delete Coast Guard and delete federal police, replace that with day trading, ice skating. Um, shoot, I'm not a father yet. Man, y'all get the idea. Dude, like, maybe I should just apply for the Miss Health and Fitness too. All these people in military and securities always end up winning, it seems. Um, not in 2026, but I know what you mean. It's almost like this sounds bad, but I feel like when you serve, there is a little bit of entitlement, especially if like you serve, like you didn't just join the army to like do the library or something. Like you actually like toured. I feel like that has a lot of merit to it. I guess as a Coast Guard, this guy looks pretty jacked. He's probably like dangling from helicopters, saving people. So, that's a pretty good winner. However, nobody's met the 20-year-old day trader, personal trainer who is nuts on the ice rink. Like it's fine that the military people win because Dylan's a super soldier anyway. Oh my God, that's a good idea. It was crazy is like you're telling me all these like good ideas to like promote myself that I haven't done, but I'm still in third. And I presume that the rest of these contestants are doing these things, but aren't getting votes. Like I've just been going up to people and asking them to vote. Like I have a QR code made that my mom made, and I've just been going around with it, showing people like, hey, vote for me. You you always have good ideas. I concur. I agree. I don't get the person turquoise riding headphones. That's also a good point. Some of these people might enter every year and they finally got it, which is a little crazy because like acting class was kind of the same way. Like everyone in my acting class, like I used an emo. Oh, okay, okay. So I think they show up when I look at them on YouTube, but they don't because I'm reading the chat from my phone. I don't think yeah, okay. I see what's happening. That's funny. But yeah, I was talking about this earlier with my dad. I was like, everyone in acting class has like been there. They've been pursuing this. Like this was in their plan for their future. Like this was the example I used. They've been chasing this car and I got hit by it. And this competition is kind of the same way. When does it end? Dude, the commercial section of the class is 6 weeks. So I'm like halfway done. I think like 4 more weeks and then Dylan should be ready to do some commercials. Um I have to talk to my career advisor and see if maybe we can get some auditions going for some commercials, even while I'm still learning how to do TV and film. They might want me to do TV and film first, though, just because, like, they all kind of blend in together a little bit. So in like spring, maybe you can start booking auditions. Yeah, probably like late spring, depending on if I have to do the like TV and film portion. Once I get to like learn how to do like my monologue and stuff, and after I get my headshots taken, for sure, because the casting office kinda uses your headshots. Like, you take a bunch of headshots and, like, a bunch of different outfits, kinda show off, like, what you can be portrayed as, and then that's what the agency sends to the casting office, and the casting office is like, "Okay, I like this version of this guy." And then that's how you get auditions. The casting office goes, "Alright, we like this guy right here, especially in this photo. Um, we're gonna send him this audition." Yes, yes. My first gig may be like a non-speaking part. We've been practicing a lot of those, and actually a lot of commercials, they have a narrator over them. Yes, I definitely feel like I could like today, um, I technically had homework. I had to act like I was we're it was a ho we're doing like an audition for a hotel, like a hotel commercial, like for Marriott. So I was supposed to act like I was playing my dad, in a game of cards, and I'm supposed to win and celebrate like a teenager would. So I actually wore the beanie today, and then I had my like just like a baggy shirt on because I had to look like a teenager, and if like my biceps are out, it it doesn't check out too well. I was trying to be accurate, if that makes sense. Like we went to my parents' apartment to film because their apartment literally has Marriott vibes, if that makes sense. Like their doors are on the inside, so like it's literally a hall like it literally looks like a hotel hallway. And then they still have like he's literally their house is literally decorated like a hotel too. Like they got like fancy lamps and shit. The in ceiling lights. They even have the little built-in desk in the apartment. It's nice. It's nice. I gotta make a little compilation because I just got the Dropbox from acting class to be able to access all my classwork. Yeah, yeah. So, actually, I did it with one of my classmates, Travis, because he actually lives pretty close. He's like, "Hey, you want to just do this together?" So yeah, me and him went to my parents' apartment, and we acted like teenagers celebrating a card game. And since we were teenagers and we were supposed to celebrate at the end, we didn't want to do something like go fish. We didn't want to be like I didn't want my audition to be go fish. You know? We wanted something like fast pace. So we found this game on the internet called Speed, and it was fast paced. The only problem with it was our plan was to just play the game as normal. And then once one of us was running out of cards, then we'd hit record. But the problem only one of us can be in the audition because we were doing one for each. It's not like we were doing the audition together. We were doing the same audition, but individually. So I went first, which means I have to win because in the audition instructions, I am supposed to celebrate. But I cannot celebrate if I'm losing? Yeah, so like he recorded me and then I recorded him, if that makes sense. Yeah. But like logistically, it was kinda difficult. We ended up just having to actually, like, stage the win. Like, we set up the end of the game. I'm like, "Alright, I can set these cards down, and then you can set that card down," and then I win. Because we did a test game, and I won, and then right after you point the camera at me, all of a sudden, I start losing. Like, I lost 2 games in a row, and we're like, "Alright, this isn't working. We're gonna have to do something about this." And then we also had to do a slate. I had to stand in front of a camera and say that I'm okay with trimming my hair. Yes, yes, I see what you mean. However, like, I don't know, I feel like if it's not all like, I feel like me actually following the rules of the game made it more believable in my head, which makes me able to give a more believable audition, if that makes sense. Are they gonna ask you to trim your hair? No, he was just saying he's just trying to give an example because, like, when you do an audition in the slate, they might ask you, like, weird questions, like, "Are you okay shaving or trimming your hair? Are you okay eating dairy products? Are you okay eating meat products? Are you bothered by a lot of sunlight? Are you bothered by bright lights, flashing are you bothered by flashing lights?" You know? It's like in movies, if somebody gives you $100 bill, but it's really $5, the camera won't see it's a $5 bill. Yeah, I see what you mean. I guess it was my first audition that we did on our own. So I think me just being able to actually like, okay, I know I'm gonna win, and like I'm actually following the rules of the game. I feel like it made it more authentic. Oh, it's like practice. Yeah, kind of. Because like a slate is basically just like the character select screen, if that makes sense. Like if you're a casting office or a casting director, the slate is basically like character slate. So a slate is basically I stand in front of the camera just like this, and I go, "Hi, I'm Dylan Ford. I'm 5'10 and I'm from Houston, Texas." And then sometimes they'll either have you show your hands because in a commercial, you might be holding the product, so they want to see that like, you know, I guess maybe like if you have all your fingers or like, nothing crazy. Like if you have like is I think it's mostly for females. I think if you have like long fingernails, they might not pick you for the audition. When you don't have a lot of time to make commercials, they will always just make you pretend you won, LMAO. So I wouldn't worry about making it. Yeah, so we figured that out. So what we ended up doing is we just staged the end of the win, you know. The thing is like since we're putting because like say the casting office was watching the audition and they knew what game we were playing, I wanted to at least follow the rules. That way, if they actually paid attention to some detail and looked at the cards, it's not like I'm just throwing random cards down. Like I wanted to look like if you have to be it always depends on what kind of commercial like if you have to be shirtless or something. Yeah, in that case, they might ask you to do the slate shirtless. Or if you're gonna be shirtless in a commercial, a lot of times your audition should probably be shirtless too. Like if I was auditioning for like a swimsuit commercial, I'd probably do that shirtless, you know. But I don't know if actually spring, well, once I get my headshots taken, that'll be like perfect time for companies to start making swimsuit commercials, that'll be right up my alley. Because our teacher showed us his headshots and he has a bunch, man. He's got him like wearing a doctor's coat with a stethoscope, wearing a leather jacket, and I'm just like, damn, man, where'd you get all these quotes? But I'm pretty sure they just have like a closet in the back and then they have a stylist. Oh yeah, yeah, I have it. I have it. Trust. I just haven't posted it yet. And here. Yes, I did. Are y'all able to hear it? I did it this morning. It's hard to hear. Okay, okay. I got you. Yeah, so basically in the video, I didn't do the hissing cockroaches because what's in there, they're called night crawlers, so it's a type of worm. I know y'all wanted the hissing cockroaches, but I when I got to the pet store, they sell those as pets, not as food. So morally, I didn't want to buy pets, and financially, since they sell them as pets, they're like the price per roach is in the double digits versus that thing, it was like 12 bucks for 30 nightcrawler worms, you know. And since those are bred to be eaten, it makes a little more sense morally because after they come off the shelf, their fate is coming to an end anyway. But if you take a look at this number right there, we hit 50 subscribers. I guess this is better. Yeah, because with this, they didn't move too much. So I think I got the high score. And just to prove that even though I'm a model, I'm from Texas, all right? I can grab some bugs. Of course I'm gonna wash my hands after this, but like Dylan is not like grossed out easily. Like I'm not scared of a worm. Like look at this little fella. Oh shit. Come on now. They are hard to pick up, kind of because they're like round. Like you ever try to like pick up a penny and like you just can't pick it up. It doesn't help that my fingers are cold too, so like I can't feel it. Hold on, bro. We're gonna get him. Come on. Ugh. I'm about to just grab another. Okay, there we go. See, light work. Wait, okay, because since these are bred to be eaten, it was like 12 bucks for like 30 worms. And as much as I would love to step on 30 worms, I didn't want to clean up like even after I smashed eight, I had to clean it up a little bit, you know. Plus, like I'd have to not like some of them like kind of die prematurely in here. So what am I gonna feed it to? I don't know. I have to find somebody who's got a reptile and give these away. Cause like there's nutritional value for a reptile in here. So you should just do the rest of them and practice your acting then, Mayo. I could put the jeans and the checkered Vans back on. Cause like I was actually gonna do this video tonight when I got home, but my classmate he was late to my house. He was like running behind, so I was in my garage and like I had, like my tripod's right there, the worms are right there. I don't have time to change, but this should do. You can do it live on stream. Last time I did it live on stream, my parents were like, What are you doing?" Especially because it was like the very beginning of the stream. So when you click on the stream, it's just me like looking for spiders and shit. And then at the ice rink today, we got like we wanted to try something new, so we did this thing where we all skated in a line, but they aren't here. That is true, but they do go to my channel and they watch the VOD, like the recording of the stream, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing?" Which, without context, I understand how they could be confused. But once I explained it, they were still like, they still weren't getting it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It'll be okay." But you know what? I can show you guys what a slate is. So, like, for this slate, they had us, um, they had like in my slate, I had to say my favorite hotel amenity. Shit, you know what? I'm gonna have to just post it because if you couldn't hear the last one, you might not be able to hear this one. But what do you want to call it? But this one doesn't have any audio. So sometimes in your slate, they just have you do like a 360-degree turn. And even though you turn 360 degrees, they still want to see your face. It's weird. Yeah, like they know about it. They just didn't like I did do it on a live stream one time and they watched it and they didn't know I was doing that. So they were like, "What are you doing?" Because my mom didn't know it was a live stream. She was just like, "Oh wow, he posted a long video," and it's just like me like filming the ground, trying to set it up. Especially because like the quality was all whack and stuff because I was multi-streaming, so it was all laggy. But it'll be okay. It's but a scratch. Ooh, what is the temperature out here? I'm sure people like when Texas in Texas, like it's 35 degrees right now. That's actually low key wild. It doesn't feel that cold. It's like a few degrees away from freezing. Are you live streaming on Facebook too, or just YouTube? Just YouTube tonight. I'm going for quality instead of quantity, especially because these streams get saved to my channel and they do get views. So if they're getting views, especially when they are of the lower quality and it's all laggy, then imagine if they start seeing the quality streams. Then I can actually move on. Because I was saying at the beginning of the stream, like, multi-streaming is great, but if it's to the point of diminishing returns, what's the point? Like, what's the point of multi-streaming to all these platforms if I'm gonna be lagging and have bad audio on all of them? Or if it doesn't even work every time? Well, that's because she's asleep, you know? Plus, I think it's one of those things that, like honestly, that's a good question, I should ask her, but I also give her a break because she's pregnant, she's got a baby to build, so that worm was disgusting. I mean, if you say so. I mean, like, it's just a bug, you know? Like, do you think bugs when, do you think when I pick up this bug, do you think he looks at me like, "Ew, don't touch me?" Yeah, so, like, I stopped trying to guess her pregnancy cravings too. It's impossible, man. Well, actually, I got a couple that, like, are pretty solid and work every time, like peanut butter and jelly on toast. That one usually hits. Sprite mixed with like any sort of berry, like grape juice, call those fizzies. Those hit a majority of the time. One time I handed her an apple and she was like, "What is this?" I wouldn't have that in my house. Oh, I wouldn't either. That's why I keep them in the garage. 'Cause well, I don't know. I feel like they just kind of belong out here. Especially since I don't have an animal inside to feed these to. You know, if God forbid one were to figure out how to climb out of this freaking container and got all Albert Einstein on us, I wouldn't want it to be in the house. You should smash a few for the new viewer if they want to see it, or if they subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll just post a video. Marketing. Oh, and another cool thing about these worms, it's unsanitary. Um, yes, but like there's a lot of things that are unsanitary. Like did you touch a if you touch a stall door, that's insanitary. You approve the smash, LOL? I got you. Urgh. Put one of them right there. Here, we'll do 3. See, okay. So, since it's like 35 degrees outside, these worms don't actually like to be cold. Cause like when you go to buy them, they're like in a like you grab this container out of a like a mini fridge. So like as they warm up, they start moving more, but like when they're cold, they kind of go into like a hibernation mode. And right now it's 35 degrees outside, so they're like on the brink of like they're kind of like those people who say they're not morning people when they wake up, you know? Like they still but anyway, instead of getting eaten by a bearded dragon or something, they're about to get eaten by my shoe. Don't worry. Morally, I would still say this is okay because these worms are sadly bred to die. It sounds harsh, but the food chain's got to operate somehow. Eh, Yeah. I'm gonna have to take my shoes off before I walk inside. Ooh. No, they can be fed to other animals for sure. Um, it's just the pet store I went to fucking had the price jacked pretty high on them because they weren't like selling them as food. They're selling them like I went to what was it called? It was called the Outdoor Learning Center. We used to go there in elementary school, and they had a terrarium of hissing cockroaches. Like, they literally had them as pets, like, they had an instructor, like, pull them out, and they're, like, crawling on her fingers, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, what is going on?" It was, like, 15 per hissing it was, like, 12. Is it under my shoe? Yeah, yeah. Imma have to, like, knock those off. Scared kid and said, "Ew." I agree, I agree. But, like, not like, of course, I know, like, the worm 12. Damn, when I saw PetSmart, they had, like, 2 for 10. So the PetSmart in my area doesn't have the hissing roaches. I went to the other store with the hissing roaches. It's like a local fucking like a small pet store, not a big chain. And then I went to PetSmart and got these because I knew PetSmart would have these for $12. Some of them were like in the terrarium at the Laporte location, they had like it was probably like low key a 50-50 mix. Like there was like probably I don't know, like 13 in there or something. I liked how you did that. Thank you. Ooh, yeah, there's like 13 in Terrarium, and there was like a couple like really small ones, but low-key all of them were like about the same size. Like probably like the size of like my ring finger maybe. Maybe about that length or more like the size of my thumb, I guess. Yeah, that'd be more accurate representation. It did. I actually did like the twist because I was standing in the video. This one I just did sitting down. I no, I did like the twist and drag back, just like I showed y'all in the last stream. Ooh. And then the shorts on my YouTube channel have actually been doing pretty good. I'm wondering if I should stay. Love it when guys squash ugly bugs. Did that one finish uploading? No, not yet. Well, I have to post it as Super Speed. No, that's Super Speed Jerry's you. I think his name's like Catalyst Stars or something. I think he wants me to post it as a real video. Because like even the shorts on YouTube. No, you're good. You're good, kitten. Even the shorts on YouTube, yeah, it's like they take a long ass time to upload. Like on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, they upload in like a couple minutes, not even. Requested. Hey, Scared Kitten 5061. How'd you find the channel? How long was the video? It was 2 minutes because I did like a little explanation of like what I was doing beforehand. Just so like when people come to my channel, they have some context of the posts. You know, it was on recommended. Perfect, perfect. Because my on my analytics, it's always been like I've always been up next in people's videos, and I've been trying to sneak my way into people's recommended page. So I'm glad we're finally prevailing. Ooh, all right. You know what's funny is I always have sometimes I forget what day I'm on the Wise Times series. Oh, I posted it as viewer requested challenge video. So to post it as unlisted, do I just not put a title? Happy I love how you squashed that worm. I'll definitely watch more of that. Um, I found a new niche. I'm gonna have like maybe I'll have to start a bug smashing series. Oh, hold on, let me go in and edit that real quick. Okay, I see it. Anyone with the link can view. I see, I see. All right, perfect. If I'm okay with squishing more, I would, but I'm tired. And there's some nutritional value in here for an animal. It won't be public, and you just share the link with people. Like Kitten is now your number one Smashing fan. I know, like I started this live stream just to chat, and now I got people interested in me smashing worms. It's crazy. Kitten, what happened to it being unsanitary? Not now, but like whenever you do it again. I got you. I have to make sure that these worms don't freeze up then. But it's getting late. I got work in 9 hours. So I probably gotta go to bed soon. You made it sanitary when you got rid of it. Isn't it more sanitary when they're dead? I don't know. Like, have you ever like, has somebody ever said the phrase, "It smells like something died in here"? I got you. You want me to send it to you on Instagram? The link for the video? Yeah, well, they're kinda, like, right next. It's kinda smeared all over the floor. Send it to me there. Alright, perfect. Alright, that's enough chit-chatting and bug smashing for Dylan today. I gotta get some sleep. Maybe I'm a double tomorrow, so maybe well, actually, I already recorded tomorrow's video this morning. I You guys are so manly, I find. Yeah, go watch Dylan's series. You'll probably have a good time. But anyway, I'm headed out. You guys will see tomorrow's video. I'm sure y'all are gonna love it, but I'll be back.